Hello, everybody. This is Handy Doll Creations coming back at you with a different video today. So, this video, I want to discuss some things I want to do with this channel, but that will be more towards the end. For the most part, I'm just going to be rambling about the Mega Man franchise, which it seems very appropriate for the video footage that's on screen because I am building a Mega Man 11 figure, but it's Mega Man with Fuse Man's ability. Also, I just realized I don't think we've ever gotten a complete Robot Master set of any of the figures. Let's continue with this video. I also want to note that this is also going to be somewhat of my introduction to YouTube, I guess, because I kind of just jumped into my first project and started making videos with it. So I am going to be cutting down a lot of this footage just because a lot of it was about Mega Man. I'm just going to cut it down so it's more digestible. I do have an Impact Man version of this figure that I can also film myself filming and then discuss my favorite fandoms on that video as well. This will be posted either tonight as it is New Year's Eve or tomorrow. So Happy New Year. I actually got this figure and my Impact Man version of this figure as a Christmas gift. So this is me actually the day of or after Christmas assembling it. Now, let's get into the video. So, I want to also give some quick information about the classic Mega Man franchise or classic Mega Man timeline in this case. So, the story of the classic Mega Man timeline is about this robot boy who was built by a scientist named Dr. Light, who built him to be his lab assistant, and he has a copy ability, which was originally meant to have him he can just copy tools and then kind of just turned his hands into said tools for helping around the lab. He has a twin sister named Roll, and Mega Man's name is actually Rockman in Japan because that's actually where the games came from. But when they were translating it to English, unfortunately, there were quite a few mistranslations along the way. For example, Mega Man is supposed to be named Rockman. Dr. Light is actually named Dr. Wright. Bass, who is actually Mega Man's rival, is named Forte. And Treble, which is Bass's dog, is named Gospel. In one of the games, there was a huge mistranslation error where Mega Man threatened to destroy Wily. I can't say the other word because I want to get banned on YouTube. And the original translation was of him basically just telling Wily he's getting arrested. So for those of you who are curious as to how much jail time this man is supposed to have, his sentence is 100 years of worth of jail time. I'm gonna let that sink in. 100 years. This man is already really old. How does one do this? Why does one do this? These are questions that need to be answered. Also, I feel like this fool shouldn't even be in jail. He needs to be in prison. Do you want to bring up the fact that this is from the manga? I don't know about the Archie comics, but I definitely know it's pretty high in the games. So the reason why Rock became Mega Man or Rockman, whichever you prefer, is because of Wily. So Wily was very much upset at Dr. Light and decided to reprogram Dr. Light's robots to cause chaos and havoc, and that's not great. So Rock decided to become Mega Man and upgraded his copy system to be able to copy weapons from the robot masters he had to fight. Mega Man 7 is when we get introduced to Bass, who was created by Wily to basically counteract Mega Man and destroy him. And then we actually also get a Mega Man and Forte Bass game where you can play as Bass. And a lot of people actually seem to have preferred Bass to play as because he can shoot in multiple directions and also double jump. So I guess that trumps Mega Man. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Mega Man franchise or the characters, the best way I can summarize Mega Man and Bass's character is by using Midoriya and Bakugo as an example, respectfully. In this case, Rock is like Midoriya with a lot less crying, and Bass as Bakugo in terms of basically being a grenade and an angry Pomeranian in one. So, the people in Mega Man's family are himself, his sister Roll, his older brother Blues, who ran away. That one's a long story. Otto, who was also created by Dr. Light to also be a lab assistant, and Rush, who is Mega Man's dog, along with Tango, who is Blues's cat. So there was one game where Wily didn't cause chaos, and that was in Mega Man 5 when the Star Droids were introduced, which are these aliens from outer space. They're alien robots. They're from outer space, and they're all named after our planets in our solar system, and they want to destroy Earth. And guess who had to stop them? A 10-year-old robot with a Mega Buster and a copy system. I actually have the Megamix or Gigamix manga of this. That was an interesting one there. I screamed at the end of that one. For the most part, I actually believe that I have most, if not almost all of the Mega Man Megamix or Gigamix mangas, but there is one that I'm missing, and I do believe that one is actually out of print and has been out of print for a while. So it's kind of hard to find that one. But I was able to read it because a friend was able to lend it to me, and I read it all. It was very good. I seriously wish there was an anime of this. It was really good. But I've also been on the hunt for Mega Man Archie comics. I usually try to see if I can get them from Barnes& and Noble, and I was able to get the mangas from there, so I was kind of successful. And for the most part, it looks like most, if not all, of the Mega Man Archie comics are actually ebooks that I would have to buy or rent. But I don't want the ebook version. I wish for the solid version. I wish for the solid comic version. So as a result, I have to look on places such as Macari, eBay, or Etsy. So for those of you who don't know, there is actually a new manga series of Mega Man, and it's called Mr. Mega Man, and it takes place about 10 years after Wily decided to give up on world domination. So everything is actually pretty fine for the most part. Rock is a dentist for some reason. I don't know how I feel about him being a dentist, but I'm not going to complain too much about that because I feel like it does align with him. So I'm not going to complain. I don't know if I like the hair though. I like it, and then I'm also not a fan of it. The hair looks good. I'm just not used to it being less exaggerated, if that makes sense. Because all of the other art styles of the mangas and the comics kind of tackle his hair in a more cartoonish style. Here is an image of the cover as an example. Keep in mind, this is all my opinion, and you don't have to agree with me. I actually have two of the mangas that are translated into English, and we should be getting a third one, but I'm not entirely sure when. So we kind of have to keep an eye out for that one. The only problem I have with it at the moment is that we have not seen Base yet. So till we see him, I'm gonna be waiting. Also, if you've seen my shorts recently, you would have seen that I have a 3D model of a character that I'm trying to make, and it's supposed to be Rock. And I am also going to be making base as well. There's no real reason behind it. I just kind of wanted to, and I wanted to get some practice on Blender. I wanted to take a quick second here to also discuss how we got the Mega Man franchise. So, Capcom at some point had the rights to make an Astro Boy game, but unfortunately, those rights fell through and they couldn't do it anymore. But they still wanted to make a video game, so they created Mega Man, which, by the way, was a very long process. So for those of you who are wondering, when is she going to stop talking about Mega Man in this video? Well, when I was editing this video at first, I realized was rambling about Mega Man because there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. And I realized that a good majority of it was just Mega Man lore. And so I'm just going to post the video as just a ramble about Mega Man. And in the next one, I'm just going to discuss the other fandoms I'm into. Now, even though this video segment is more towards the end, I do want to end this by saying I have a lot of ideas for this channel, and it's not going to be just doll customizing because I want to do more things and use this channel as an opportunity or as a way to record and keep track of my progress and see how much I can grow. And I want to make fun and creative content for you guys to watch and hopefully enjoy. I do want to also use this channel as an opportunity to also challenge myself a little more. So that will be a New Year's resolution of mine, or goal, I guess. So I don't want the video to be too long because like I said earlier, I will be going into my favorite topics or interests in the next video. So I think I'm going to cut it off right around here. And with that, this is how he looks. He looks so good. I love these figures. I love building figures like these because I will just be locked in and I will be entertained for hours. And with that, this is my last video of 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos and things I've uploaded. I know there aren't a lot of long form videos, but there are a lot of shorts videos on here, so I'm proud of that. So, yeah. Happy New Year's to all of you, my humans. And this is me signing off from 2025. I will see you guys in 2026. Bye.